Hey, what is going on, Leos? Butch Tarot here. I am going to do your September read. It is for the remainder of September. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. It sounds really monotone. Anyway, I've said it so many times over the years. I feel like I gotta switch up my intro a little bit because I feel like it's getting really, like it just kind of flows out. But anyway, I'm gonna pull an oracle card from the Earth and Bone Oracle. Universe, give us a card for Leos. Give us a message for Leo. Surrender, letting go, trust, expansion. All right, with all that being said, I'm going to use the Edgar Allan Poe Tarot. Absolutely love dark art, and I love his, I love a lot of his work. So I had to get it. It was a no-brainer. But anyway, with all that being said, let's get it. Universe, what message do we have for Leos? What do we have for Leos for September 2025? Oh shit! I got to do it. We're gonna look at this again, this oracle card, because these oracle cards are so bang on. I don't know why I didn't do them sooner. Surrender, letting go, trust, expansion. Remember that for this reading. So the first thing I have is I feel like either there's somebody already around you. For some of you, there's maybe someone that's already around you, someone that's already approached you. For others, this is someone coming in. But I feel like with this person, first and foremost, I feel like the connection is obvious. We have the lovers. There's something definitely going on between the two of you, or at least you feel something deeply for this person. With the lovers card, it's like the iceberg love. You know, when I say that, what I mean is when we see the iceberg, you see it sticking out of the water. You know it's there. You know there's something there. In order to really see it for what it really is, you got to get closer. And as you get closer, you see how deep it really goes. Just like this connection. You know, I feel like there's a part of you that's a little bit afraid. You know, there's a little fear. With that Nine of Swords, that late nights, that anxiety. You know, because you feel this way for this person, or you're going to feel this way for this person. And that shit is scary because you don't necessarily know how they feel. You don't know if they're trying to play you. You don't know if this person just wants you for all the reasons you don't want to be wanted. You know, not looking for your next ex, not looking for your next heartbreak. So it's almost like, what are their real intentions? Are their intentions pure? Is what they're saying to me real? You know, and I feel like part of you is almost like guarded. You know, kind of I mean, we have the Eight of Swords, that self-imposed prison, almost like keeping this person at arm's length, almost like you're waiting for the other shoe to drop. You know, what are their true intentions? Now, with this person, just like the Oracle card said, trust. I feel like this person is being honest with you. You know, I mean, I feel like there is a lot of physical between the two of you, but I feel like that's not at all what this person wants. That's just surface level shit. You know, what this person wants from you is much deeper than just your goodies. They're not just looking for a piece of ass. And I don't mean to be crude, but that's the best way I could say that. You know, like I said, when this person communicates to you, I feel like they're being honest. I feel like they're open. You know, we got open communication here. I don't feel like there's any shenanigans going on here. You know, I mean, I feel like this person didn't see you coming, but when they saw you, I mean, I feel like they want to grab on and hold on. You know, once they saw you, they knew what they wanted, and they're going after it. And it may feel impulsive. It may feel, you know, sometimes when people like really pursue us or really are nice, they do thoughtful things. A lot of time we put our guard up to that, even though we don't know really why. Sometimes we do know why. Sometimes we've been taken as a fool before. Sometimes we've been taken advantage of. But with this person, I can tell you right now, what I see with this person is nothing but genuine. I mean, we have the King of Cups and the Ten of Cups. This person desires a connection. They desire something with longevity. They're looking for someone real. And they feel that with you, and they're going for it. And that's just as simple as that. I mean, with that Ten of Cups, you know, this feels like where they should be. And with the King of Cups, like I said, they desire a real connection. They're looking for something real. They're not just looking for sex. They're not just looking for, you know, companionship. They're looking for it all. They're looking for their best friend. They're looking for someone that they can share life with, the ups and the downs. You know, they're looking for someone to share a home with. I mean, this person is looking to build a foundation with you, and this is where it begins. And why they chose you, they're drawn to you. With that Empress, that Libra energy, I mean, this person is drawn to you. I don't feel like they knew what they wanted before they met you. If I'm going to be completely honest with you, but when they met you, everything changed. Now, this is not, I'm not saying this and saying, okay, you should just do what I'm saying because I'm saying it. The cards are telling me. The Oracle card told me, trust, letting go. You know, yeah, I get that we can be screwed over in the past, and I feel like you have. I feel like you had your fair share. But don't let that jade you against a good thing. I mean, with this, like I said, we have the Lovers. We have new love. I mean, I feel like this is a soulmate connection. I feel like this is what you've been waiting for. You know, I see longevity with this. I see a strong connection. I see a strong foundation. And I also see with the Hierophant, that Taurus energy, I feel like you could have an amazing future with this person. I feel like you could build something and build something strong, something that will last. I don't see this as your next ex. I see this as your last. And I don't usually feel that compelled to talk like that. But I mean, what I see is I see someone that you can trust. I feel strongly about that. I mean, we have the Knight of Pentacles establishing that trust. And we have the Aquarius is about nurturing this connection. And again, I'm not saying you have to jump in with both feet and just trust me. I won't lie to you. I really won't. What I see is what I see. If it's bad, it's bad. If it's good, it's good. I hope for good. But what I'm saying right now is 100%. There's no gray area here. It's 100% good news. I mean, this is something, and like I said, I mean, this person's going to keep showing up. They're going to put in the work, and you will see it for yourself. You don't have to jump in with both feet. You don't. I'm not saying just believe me and go get married tomorrow. I'm not saying go, go move in, get a house. I'm not saying any of that. I'm saying if you give it a chance, you will see it for what it is. With that hangman, you'll see it for what it is. Your perspective will change. Like I said, I mean, this person is crazy. They're crazy about you. I almost left that off on a really bad note there. They're not crazy. They're crazy about you. They see what they wanted. They've been waiting for it. They've been waiting for you. They just didn't know it till they met you. And now that they've seen you, now that they've felt you, they're compelled to come forward. They're being honest. I don't feel any disingenuous energy here. I mean, I feel like their motives are sincere. Their energy's pure. And like I said, they're going to keep showing up for you. They're not showing up to get what they want and get out. I mean, this person continuously shows up, and you will see them for what they really are if you give it a chance. The world jades us. Bad relationships jade us. But we can't hold bad shit against new people. And I know I can say that, and it's, a lot of people like it's easier said than done. It really is. And I'm saying it, and it's really easy for me to say it. But, actions speak louder than words, and I feel like this person's actions will far outweigh the words. And that's what we're looking at here. And again, we're going to go through this again. I'm sorry. I'm really not, actually. I don't know why I said that. I'm Canadian, so we just apologize for no reason. Surrender. Letting go, trust, expansion. If you let go and you trust, it will expand. Like I said, you're not losing anything. That's the beauty of this. You have nothing to lose because you don't have to invest anything into it. Only what you want. And as you go forward and start to see this for what it really is, then we can just talk about what you're going to invest. And I feel like any investment in this, comes full circle. I absolutely love this read. I absolutely love it. We ended off, I don't know why I just flicked that. We ended off with the sun. I see a lot of happiness. If this image doesn't give you this happiness, I'm getting chills from this read. Like, I'm happy for you. And I'm not even involved. This is why I do the reads day in and day out for the last, 6-7 years I've been on YouTube. And this is why I do it, for reads like this. With this person, we have a lot of fire. We have Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, Gemini, and Aquarius. We have some Libra as well. We have Taurus. Cancer and Pisces. I've said this before and I'll say it again. I am a hopeless romantic. And not just for my life, for you. I want everybody to fall in love. I want to get to the point where, and I say this with the most honest I can possibly be. Someday nobody's gonna watch me anymore because they all found love. That would be the goal. You know, I don't know what I would do. I love doing it, but the goal would be that no one would be watching me because they're too busy in their own love. You know, I mean, a lot of people do tarot, and it's because they love it. I mean, it's really. I love doing it. Yes, it consumes time, and there's not a lot of. I mean, I'm not doing it for money. If anybody out there thinks that I do this for money, trust me when you see what I get for doing this. It's not about the money. I do it for the love. I love doing tarot. Um, I've been trying to get back into lives again. I'm a confident person in my own world, but putting myself out there like that is just so hard. There's other reasons involved. I mean, when I'm doing lives, people are commenting. I used to do live years ago, and I used to do them all the time. But people are commenting, and I always feel like I gotta reply and read, and I hate ignoring people. And then somebody says something that catches my eye, and then I get so off what I'm doing. But I'm really been focusing and working hard lately to try to get better at that, so I can do more lives because I like the rapport. I like the back and forth. I miss it. I'm just not good at. I'm very ADHD or something. I don't know. I have a hard time focusing once I get pulled off. So these 20-minute videos is pretty much my best right now. But yeah, like sometimes in life we get hurt by people, and it's gonna happen. Not many people I know have ever made it through unscathed. But we got to learn, and one of the things that I've learned is we can't hold new people accountable for what old people did to us, because that just punishes ourselves. And it reminds me. I've told this before, but a friend of mine, she had been cheated on by almost every boyfriend she ever had. And she said, you know what, I'm just done. I'm not going to date anymore. I'm not going to get a new boyfriend and have him cheat on me. And I was like, it's kind of laws of attraction to a point where, if you think that's going to happen, then if it happens, you think you're right. But it's one of those things you can't just take yourself off the market because it happens to you. And I know I've been cheated on. I know that shit stings. But you can't give up. That's their problem. That's something that's wrong with them. That's not something that's wrong with you. Most people that I've heard of, most people that I know of, that's either cheated or been cheated on, that's a them problem. Like the people that cheat, that's something wrong with them. And I know that it's not something that has to happen. I've never cheated on anyone, not in my life. And I know it's a terrible thing that sounds like I'm bragging because I'm really not. I have empathy. I've been in situations where I could have cheated, and all I could think about was how that would affect the person I'm with. Like there was one time I was at a party and this girl was really coming on to me, and I found her really attractive, and I knew that if I stayed, that it would be a lot of pressure. And I don't know if I would have. I hope I wouldn't have folded, but I ended up leaving. And the worst part, the only reason I think I gave into it at all, like even thought that I might fold, is because the relationship that I was currently in was really bad. And that doesn't give you an excuse. And anybody out there saying that gives you an excuse, it doesn't. If you're in a bad relationship, if they're not giving you enough attention, or they're not fulfilling your needs, then you need to reevaluate that relationship and get yourself out of it. If the only option you have is to cheat, you weren't thinking hard enough. And that was the one time that I ever felt tempted. There's been other times when I could have cheated, and it's just not me. I'm a one-woman man, and I know a lot of people hear that and say it, but I really am. And it doesn't make me. I'm not trying to make myself look like a good person, because I definitely have some bad traits, but loyalty is not one of them. I believe in loyalty 100%, and I believe it's like, if I had a friend that cheated on his girlfriend, I stopped being friends with him. Because if you can't be trusted by your partner, your romantic partner, how can I trust you? And it's just, I follow I have a moral compass. If you're hateful to someone, if there's things like, if you're hateful, if you're abusive, I mean physically, mentally, or sexually, I can't be friends with you. I just don't get it. There's no arguing that. If you're hateful to someone, like if you're a racist, or if you're, homophobic, it doesn't work for me. Love is love to me. If you love someone, I don't care who you love. Love is pure. It doesn't matter to me. I don't judge people. But when I say that, if I know something about you, that's not judging you. If it's a fact, it's not judging you. It's just a fact. Like, I've heard people say, some pretty off out of pocket things, and I couldn't be friends with them. It doesn't align with me. And like I said, any kind of abuse, cheating, there's so many things that I keep outside my circle, because I don't want it in my circle. I don't want it, I don't want it poisoning the well. Does that make sense? And I think we all sometimes have to reevaluate friendships. Like, I had a really good friend that I grew up with, and I remember he admitted that he had cheated on his girlfriend, and I remember we got in an argument about it. I'm like, dude, like, what do you mean? Like, you cheated on your girlfriend? Like, she's a good person. Like, you've been with her for years. You have kids with her. Like, what do you mean you cheat on her? I've been cheating on her for years. And I just couldn't, the audacity for someone to say that. I'm like, why would you, though? I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just built different. Maybe I'm just not made for this so-called life. So I keep my friend circle very small. Like I said, I don't judge people. I've heard things about people, and if I don't know for sure, then I'm not gonna put that on them as it's for sure. But like in his case, he told me. He flat out told me, and he was proud of it. I'm not judging him. I just can't be friends with him. That's not judging someone. That's just, you gave me the facts. It's true. Judging is basing opinion or deciding something about someone. I didn't decide it. He made the decision himself. So, but anyway, I don't know where that all came from. My point is, sometimes bad shit happens to us, and we can't expect the bad shit to keep happening. We can't like I said with my friend, she just didn't want to date anybody else because she was afraid to get cheated on. And I'm like, well, I get it, but to be fair, I mean, I met some of the guys she was with, and you know, I don't know. She met most of them at a bar, so that's probably not a good place to meet. But then again, I don't know. I'm sure lots of people, nice people, met at bars. I mean, you know, anyway, I don't even know what else to say. Speechless. First time ever, right? Be good. Take care. Stay safe.